Let's begin with our first speaker, Mr. Bruce Van Inwegen, community member.
I've lived a block away from this room for more than 16 years, and I'm a reasonably well-informed person. Yet it took a lawn sign about public eminent domain to bring my attention to what you've been plotting for our neighborhood. In January, you sent a letter to some of my neighbors asking them to participate in your decade of dreams, ambitions, yet you made no further overtures for 3 months. Why such a feckless approach? The answer to that came in what followed. Next, you had your lawyers mail 6 of these folks an ultimatum offering a sum of money for their property, while including the explicit threat that should they choose not to sell their land to you, you'd exploit the court system to seize their land by force, eject them from their property, and turn access to it over to a private development corporation so that it could profit from your access to power. What craven motivation would you have to send your general counsel in front of a television camera and claim that you were acting in good faith with my neighbors? Where is your good faith when right out of the gate you offer an ultimatum which has as your final argument the barrel of a gun? I don't use the gun reference lightly. It's not an exaggeration, nor is it a metaphor. It's the horrific fact that none of you want to hear said out loud, and that all of you have desperately tried to hide from both yourselves and the public at large.
30 seconds remaining.
Equally insidious is when your general counsel suggested in the same TV interview that your actions are a function of his role as stewards of place. The American Association of State Colleges and Universities, of which NEIU is a member, is clear about the concept of stewards of place, and nothing in that concept sanctions threatening the use of armed force in order to unilaterally dictate to your neighbors how things will be according to whatever good you've decided that all of us must accept. In 2002, the AACU task force published the idea that public engagement is one of the bedrock principles of being a steward of space. Their quote, "The publicly engaged institution is fully committed to direct two-way interaction with communities and other external constituencies
Mr. Inwegen, please conclude.
Through the development and exchange of an application of knowledge, information, and expertise for mutual benefit." In conclusion, given your furtive and arrogant use of power to unilaterally change the fundamental nature of our neighborhood, public engagement is a mission at which all of you have failed spectacularly.
Thank you. We need to proceed.
What's much
with
worse is that none of you appear to be contrite in your failure. I might expect that from political power mongers or common street thugs, but certainly not from anyone as guardians of a public institution of higher learning, and absolutely not from anyone who I would consider to be a good neighbor.
Thank you for your comments.
You all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Next speaker.
Put on your asbestos underwear because you're about to get lit up about this on a national scale.